All right, Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures, and citations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. And this is going to be a quick lesson. I was reading an article. All right, this is from RT News. All right, and it says China says it drove away U.S. warship. This is about 2 days ago, by the way. All right, China says it drove away U.S. warship illegally in waters claimed by Beijing on anniversary of the Hague ruling on South China Sea. All right, so I'm gonna read a little bit of it, and I'm gonna get some scriptures because this actually shows you that America's power, their hold of power on the earth is diminishing, man. Just as the prophecy said. All right, because what the world, all right, is on to you, you Edomites, man. Especially starting with you Edomites here in America, Babylon the Great, and in Britain, all right, which make up what the beast, all right, and the whore, all right. You other European countries that are conglomerate with the U.S., all right. The beast and the whore, the Lord is which is really the Roman Empire coming back, mixed with all those Greek gods and pagan gods, all that bullshit, man, is actually reincarnated as what the beast and the whore, NATO and the EU, all right, and America, all right, and now the world, just as the prophecy said, the world is the shameful spewing of your glory in these last days, man, because you didn't have a glory. Your glory was rape, robbing, murdering, and pillaging the earth through violence, through the sword that you were blessed with by Isaac in the book of Genesis. All right, but we're coming to the end of it, all right, because these other nations are standing up to you. All right, so it says China says it drove away U.S. warship illegally in waters claimed by Beijing on anniversary of Hague ruling on South China Sea. So they have business. The Chinese have business in their own seas, and it shows you that you Edomites, you can't keep at home like it says in Habakkuk, man. All right, Beijing has once again called on the U.S. to desist from provocative behavior after an American warship entered the waters around the Parcel Islands on the 5th anniversary of a court ruling against Chinese claims to the region. In a statement on Monday, the Southern Theater Command of the People's Liberation Army said it had dealt with an American warship, the U.S. Benfold, which had entered into the waters around the Parcel Islands without China's approval. We urge the United States to immediately stop such provocative actions, it said in a statement, adding that the U.S. must refrain from further moves that seriously violate Chinese sovereignty and undermine the stability of the South China Sea, because the Chinese, which are the Moabites, they have business and they have bases being built on the water. They have islands being built, and this is a part of the reason why America wants to get in there and put down surveillance, but they're not letting them because they're telling you to get up out of here, man. It's none of your business what's going on in these seas, man, and you shouldn't be in a mode of exploration, all right, while we're attending to our business out in these South China Seas, man. And the U.S. is like, we're gonna go peep and sneak and see what you're doing anyway. And these other countries are getting tired of this shit, man. They're getting tired of you coming into their territory. It says the U.S. Navy insisted it was carrying out its regular and this is the U.S. These are these Edomites justification here. It says the U.S. Navy insisted it was carrying out its regular operations and was not in violation of international law. That's all. That's Esau's MO. They're never wrong. we're doing what we're allowed to do. We're not in the wrong. We were allowed to come over here and take the land from the so-called Native Americans, so-called Seminole Indians, and so-called Mexicans. All right, and we were not in violation of any type of law. You see, this goes back to what you Edomites removing people's landmarks and going into people's land, all right, and territory, and being, completely nosy instead of minding your damn business. And now these countries are what? They're standing up to you. All right. It says under international law as reflected in the law of the Sea Convention, the ships of all states, including their warships, enjoy the right of the innocent passage through the territorial sea, the Navy stated. Monday's disagreement comes 5 years to the day after the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague ruled that Beijing has no entitlement to the vast swaths of territory it continues to claim in the South China Sea on grounds of historic usage. The Parcel Islands are also claimed by Taiwan and Vietnam. The U.S. Navy said that its innocent passage through the islands was a challenge to the unlawful restrictions put upon the area by China, Vietnam, and Taiwan. And this is crazy because the sea is called the China Sea. This is their, you see what I mean? This is why America, all right, all these countries are they're gonna become conglomerate and they're gonna come against you in these last days. Why? Because you don't keep at home, you don't keep in your own territory. All right, and that's a attribute of the devil and Satan. All right, let's go to Habakkuk. I believe it's 2 and 5 and 4. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul, talk about you Edomites, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, his doctrines, his philosophy, his ideologies, which is what he's spreading all over the earth. When he says he comes to bring democracy, he's really bringing his wine, his wickedness, his wicked ideologies, his evil, all right, ways and practices to other countries, man. Like one of them is feminism, which he's trying to spread all over the world. All right, he's trying to bring that into the East, and that's part of why the region, they don't want him over there, man. They don't want America over there, bringing that spirit over there, because that's demonic. Giving women power. when the scriptures, all right, when the way of the East and in the scriptures ultimately, thus saith the Lord, all right, tells you that the woman is beneath the man and the woman is to serve the man. That is still a part of the ways of the East, and America is trying to bring forth ways contrary to that. Feminism. They're trying to bring the alphabet gang over there. It's all types of things that these Edomites of America are doing. All right, which is going to bring forth their destruction, because these other nations are going to eventually get bad, and the Lord's going to put a spirit on them to shoot missiles over here, starting with Russia, man. All right, why? Because they don't keep themselves in their own territory, which is what it's going to go into here. Habakkuk 2 and 5, it says, yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. All right, thinking he can do whatever he wants, he can go into anybody's territory. All right, neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell. All right, wherever he goes, all right, wherever Esau goes, they are the border of wickedness. They bring forth death, and I can get that, Lord willing. They bring forth death, destruction, wickedness, evil. All right, and they destroy wherever they are. They're like a pest, like a locust, a wicked locust on the earth, which is why the earth looks how it looks. It's in a terrible state. It's because of these Edomites. Job, the 9th chapter, tells you the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, which are the nation of Edom. They are the sons of the wicked, the third part of man. Habakkuk 2 and 5, yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. Look at the earth. Look what we're eating in America. You see? Look what's going on in America. Look at all the wickedness. Look at all the evil. The rulership, all right, and kingdoms or queendoms of the Edomites. And this is all throughout history, starting with the Greeks, the Romans. They brought forth death through their rulerships, man. And that's what is currently inhabiting the earth in this time. Death. It tells you about the red horse in the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter. It's talking about these Edomites, all right, and their rulership that has spread across the world in the past, 400 or 500, almost 1,000 years. the little season that the Lord has released you, all right? Ever since you came into power during the late 1300s, early 1400s, during the Renaissance, in the time of the Renaissance, you brought forth nothing but death on the earth. That's why everybody is polluted. Food's polluted. The animals polluted. The waters of the earth, the bodies of water on the earth are polluted because of the rule of you Edomites, man, and you heathens, but predominantly and specifically you Edomites, man, because the earth was given into your hands, so you are responsible for the condition of the earth. All right, Habakkuk 2:5. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. That's why he will not stay out of people's land and territory. He's not satisfied with what he has, man. He's insatiable. All right, you Edomites are an insatiable nation of people, man. You cannot be satisfied with nothing. You can't sit your ass down, all right, and work with what you have, which is why you go to other people's lands, you steal, you kill, you rape, you rob, you murder, you lie, and you set up your false government in their land, which is where your wicked, unrighteous decrees, all right, pour forth from, man. That's why you have all these U.S. embassies, U.S. garrisons in all these countries. It says, but it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all people, and heapeth unto him all people. All right, up there it says, neither keepeth at home. You can't stay in your home territory, man. You have to go all across the world. You have to go all across the world, all into other people's land. You have to suck off of people's resources. All right, it tells you in the book of Obadiah. Let me get it real quick. I'm going to read one more verse, and we'll go to Obadiah, Habakkuk 2:6. All right, that's why the earth is standing up against you, man. Starting with us, all right, from the apostles and elders on down through this word, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we have found out who you are. You are the devil and Satan. You are the Edomites. All right, Habakkuk 2:6, and now the Chinese is standing up to you. Russia standing up to you. This is the beginning of your downfall, man. And eventually, just all these countries are going to turn against you, as the prophecy says. All right, Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. All the land, all the resources you've stole that have made you rich, right? The souls of men here in America, all the slavery, all the slave labor, you know, just all the amount of oppression you've spread forth on the earth, all this is coming back unto you, because Galatians 6:7 says that whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. What have you sown on the earth? Wickedness, violence, rape, robbery, murder, deception, lies. Now it's coming back unto you. All right, Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all these take up a parable against him? All these countries, all these people you've oppressed, all these people, all these countries, all these people you've oppressed, all the people you've robbed. Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe, which means destruction, destruction to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And that goes into the word abatyat, which means debt. And you look at they just had an article on how all these the markets for housing, all right, the market for food, the market for clothes, the market for literally every type of resource here in America, the bubble is gonna bust soon, man. From all that debt. This is describing America, Babylon the Great, and you Edomites, man. All right. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. See, you're gonna have to pay for all these things you've done over the past, what, 500, 600, 700 years. This goes further back. This goes back to the Romans, then back to what? To the Greeks, then all the way back to what? Cain, all the way back to the serpent, which you're the seed of, man. On the earth. The wicked. Habakkuk 2. And I'm going to skip down to 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Because what? You're an enemy of basically everybody on the earth. Obadiah 1. And in 1, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. That is the spirit and sentiment, all right, and the plan that these other nations are going to take soon, man. To do what? Rise up against you in battle. All right, Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee, you Edomites, the wicked, small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. You see? All the raping, all the robbing, all the murdering, all your stoutness. The Lord is bringing you down, man. The Lord is binding the strong man from the inside of your country. Why? Because his word is coming out and it's spreading throughout the four corners of the earth. That's prophecy. See, the wicked thought that their houses shall continue forever. I'm going to get that, Lord willing. But we're coming into the end of your rulership. Obadiah, as prophecy tells you. What? 2 Esdras, the 6th chapter? All right. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's the sentiment and the mindset of the so-called white man, the Edomites. Who shall bring us down? The Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is going to bring you down. The entity that created you and gave you all this power on the earth and this reality is going to bring you down. All right, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. All right, you read this 5th verse, and it goes into how this man can't get enough, and he's insatiable. All right, and he can never have enough, like it tells you in the book of Habakkuk, man. All right, and with that type of spirit, he believes that he's gonna do what? Continue forever. If a person says nobody can take me down, that means they think they're gonna rule forever on the earth. Let me see if I can find that verse. Let's see here, bear with me 1 second. So I just put houses continue. Yep. This is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. All these garrisons, all these embassies, all right, all these areas and places where you are on the earth, these other countries going to get you up out of there, man. All your dwelling places. All right, and then America, your stronghold, America, Babylon the Great, all right, it's going to be completely destroyed by thermonuclear destruction from these other nations, because the Lord's going to put that spirit on them to do what? Shoot missiles over here. I can get that prophecy. All this whole reality is in the scriptures. Psalms 49 and 11, and we're going to keep teaching it until it goes throughout the four corners of the earth, and the elect are sealed, and then the end comes. This is what you're scrambling, all right, trying to stop us from doing, and it's not going to work. This word is still going to come out because we're reading out of the Bible. Now you want to go to house and take people's Bibles. Do you realize what you're doing? You go down there in that Bible Belt, man, where them people love their guns and their Bibles. Man, Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses, all right, shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. You think America and all these dwelling places you've created, all right, and have implanted through rape, robbing, murdering, and stealing, and violence in these other lands, you think those dwelling places are gonna go to all generations? Rome stretched themselves out too thin to the point where they were weakened, all right, and the defenses were completely flattened, and they were taken down. Man, this is what's happening to you. Why? Because of pride, because of arrogancy, because of stout heartedness. But this is why the Lord created you that way, and you've been living in your blessing. All right, you've been telling us we're black while knowing we're the Israelites, all to hide from the blessing that we've got coming. All right, so that the blessing that you have currently doesn't end, and this is the second part of manifest destiny happening, man. All right, Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. America's named after Amerigo Vespucci. All right, an Edomite. Africa, named after another Edomite, Leo Scipio Africanus. Same with Asia. Same with wherever you go on the earth. Down to the streets in America and the cities and the states. Now, some states you'll put like you'll name it after one of our people who is probably in connection with you, a coon. Otherwise, you named everything after yourselves, man. And see, all the attributes of you Edomites are in the scriptures. Now we know you. Now we know that you're the wicked. And now that the world is finding out that you're the wicked, the world is going to try to eliminate the wicked through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right, it tells you in Habakkuk, shall not all these rise up and vex thee? Shameful spewers shall be in your glory. All right, because you've gotten all the stuff you've gotten through wickedness and evil, and that's not the way that you keep things. You see? Let's go to Malachi. I think it's Malachi 2 or 4. Bear with me 1 second. I think it's 1. Yep, this is Malachi 1:1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? And that's the sentiment of our people, which is why they're in a totally depleted, all right, state of mind, while at the same time they say they believe in God, but they really show in actions, all right, that they don't understand how much the Lord loves them. They don't understand this. All right, they can't understand this. All right, the Lord loves the wicked of our people enough to destroy them and give them a precious prize by coming back in the kingdom and rulership. That shows you the Lord loves you, man. The Lord loves our nation enough to raise up prophets, starting with the apostles and elders on down, to teach this word, to risk their life teaching this word to you. All right, Malachi 1:2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and I hated Esau. See, the Lord hates, man. God doesn't hate. It just says here, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Verse 4, so you Edomites are in trouble, man. The Lord, the power that you're seeing on TV through the so-called, what you call them, UFOs, which are really the chariots of Israel, the power behind those, the general of that military, hates you Edomites here on the earth. All right, Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, we will return and build in the desolate places. That's what they've done. This is why you go to every downtown metropolitan area in America and around the world, and the Edomites are always building some shit. Building. Because they have that mindset to think that their house is going to continue forever. They're just going to keep running rampant on the earth. They're going to keep in power through their sword, through violence. And that's not so. These other nations are becoming more powerful and stronger than you. See, really, you Edomites are being backed into a corner. You're being isolated. So you can just be taken out. So you can build all you want. These other nations are going to continue to come against you more and more, to the point where they're going to push you out. And even the nations and so-called allies that you think you have, which they even made a point to say, you better watch how you talk to us because you don't have many allies, they're going to turn against you. That's prophecy. They're going to shoot missiles at you. All right, Malachi 1 and 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. The Lord is taking you down. And they shall call them, the Edomites, them, plural, them, the nation of Edom, man, woman, and child. The border of wickedness is what you're called. Wherever you go, wickedness increases. Wherever you go on the earth, wickedness springs forth. What is the thoughts of you to the Lord? The people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Let's go into that word. Indignation. The Lord, this is how he feels. This is his mindset towards you Edomites. Indignation.
Strong's H2194. Za'am.
It says to denounce you. Express indignation, be indignant. To have indignation, be indignant. Be angrily indignant. Be defiant. To be abhorrent. To express indignation in speech. Denounce. Curse. The Most High cursed you, Edomites, man. To show indignation, show anger towards you. Let's go to the Strongs. It says to foam at the mouth. This is how angry. The Lord is not literally foaming at the mouth, but that in the sentiment, that's how angry he is with you Edomites, man. In the Apocrypha, it tells you that the Lord has hated nothing like you Edomites. Yes, the Most High hates, and he's showing it, and he's really going to show it in these last days when he comes forth for that judgment, man. The war and the military that the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, has surveying the earth, you are not going to be able to escape this military. That's the military that you're going to fight, all right, according to Revelation, all right, the war in heaven. That's that military that you're about to lose to, the military of the Lord. To be angry, defy, have indignation, to be enraged with. The Most High abhors you. He looks at you as abominable, all right, and that's forever, he said. So now we're the Lord is what? Remembering you Edomites. Psalms 137. Let's see what Ezekiel 35 is saying. All right, Ezekiel 35 and 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. That's what we're doing. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. That's what's coming. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. All right, these so-called UFOs that you're seeing, that the world's seeing, those are coming to make you completely desolate and lay you waste, along with the missiles, man. You see, that's the end all for you Edomites here in America, man. Destruction. Why? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, since you like to go around killing, raping, robbing, murdering, all right, and lying about it, deceiving. You drink blood, you sacrifice people. Even blood shall pursue thee. You see? The Lord has indignation towards you Edomites in these last days, man. All right? And he's going to show it by putting a spirit on these different nations to hate you, to stand up against you. It tells you that the weak, these weaker nations that have been weaker than you for a long time, shall say that I'm strong in the last days. They're not going to be bullied by you Edomites anymore. We're in the end of your world, man. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. All right, and this is showing all these are signs that you're at your end, man. We're at the end of your, we're also at the end. We're at the end of an age, and which is what, the end of you Edomites, the end of your time of rulership, man. All right, let's go into Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, 2nd Esdras 6, and I'm just keeping it real milky, because that's all we need to destroy you. These are real bold prophecies that are never gonna be, that are not gonna come back void. All right, 2nd Esdras 6. 2nd Esdras 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first world and the beginning of it that followeth, the next world? Because this is still, we're at the end of the world that came forth after what? The flood. So all the people on the earth are the people that descended from Noah. All right? The Israelites came out of Noah. The Edomites came out of Noah. We're at the end of that world that was established after the flood, all right, came forth unto the earth. All right, now we're at the end of the world of the wicked, which is spoken of in Job, the 9th chapter. We're at the end of that world, all right, which is the same world that came forth after the flood. We're going into the world of Jacob, the rulership of the actual Lord, Yahushua, the kingdom of heaven. This is the next world to come. 2nd Esdras 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And that was spiritual when that happened during the times of the book of Genesis, man. All right, that was spiritual when these two children were born. Jacob, our forefather, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, your patriarch, was born to the older brother Esau. When they came out, our forefather was holding him by the heel. That's how we're holding him through the spirit now, because what? We're coming into power. All right? Which is why we're being set in order before his eyes. 2nd Esdras and before the world. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, your forefathers Jacob, is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the hills. Talk about Yahushua. All right, because he's going to put down one and set up another, like it tells you in the scriptures. And it says the hand of man is betwixt the hill and the hand. Other question Esdras asked thou not. So now we're understanding what times we're coming in. All right, now we're understanding your end. After coming into this truth, after the Lord giving us the spirit, all right, to actually see. Like it tells you, blessed are your eyes for they see. Let me actually get a scripture. We understand your end now, man. Let's see if I can find it. Yep. This is Psalm 73. Psalm 73 and 12. Behold, you Edomites, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Let's talk about you Edomites. Verily I have cleansed my hearts in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say I will speak this, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, which is what we've came into, us brothers in this truth. Then understood I therein. Because when we were in the world, we didn't understand when this was going to end. We didn't understand why they were in power, why they were getting away with all this wickedness on the earth, raping, robbing, murdering people. But now we understand their end. And their end is what? Destruction, perdition. All right? Psalm 73 and 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places, thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into destruction? As in a moment they are utterly consumed with terrors. As a dream when one waketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. And that's what's happening, man. The Lord is despising them. He's remembering them. What? According to what? Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. That was a prayer. All right? The Most High will never forget you, Edomites. We're coming into the end of your rulership, man. Thus saith the Lord. All right? So, Lord willing, that was edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching and ruling well in the scriptures. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and Abba Ball.